All right, welcome, welcome. My name is Obin Darko, Captain Obin Darko. It's another Saturday. Welcome. Please share the channel with your friends, with your family. Let people hear what we want to share today. Mr. And then the first time I will join you, my microphone take the Kawahano. Yeah, this year, our backlash. So we only a no problem. But at least share. There are things that you share that you don't agree with. You know? So share, tell your friends about it. We are going to learn. Building wealth together, learning to work together as Africans. Building wealth together and learning to work together as Africans. Yeah, as Africans. So thank you for joining us. It's Saturday, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Ghana time. If they want to hide anything from you, if they want to control you, they will hide knowledge from you, you know? If they want to control you, they will hide knowledge from you. They'll keep you in ignorance so that they can lead you forever. All of us understand from a particular domain. Every one of us, we understand from a particular domain. And so if the domain you understand from is not the right one, then you struggle in life. Then you struggle. Then you go through a lot of challenges all your life. You know, but if you get grip of the truth of that which liberates, then the domain cannot destroy you. We as Africans, there's a lot that we are dealing with. There's so much that we are dealing with. And so if you don't study it, if you don't learn it, then you'll be making all kind of statements that people make all the time. You know, these Africans are this, these Africans are that. You can't trust them. You can't work with them. They will chop your money. They are dishonest. You know, all kind of things you will hear because then you don't have full understanding of it. You know, so it's important that you have grip of the status, the mental status of the African. You know, the other week we did racism. We did it. We did the white power structure, and you know, people. If you don't know it, then you don't know it. If you don't know it, you think that it is not important. That's about what somebody sent me a message. My friend, he said that he showed it to his friend, and his friend said that, why do we keep blaming? I said, obviously, it will come from people who have been educated from that structure. And they are the ones leading us, you know. And these people who are leading us don't understand it, or they play it down. And that's why we're still in that quagmire. You know, that's why we still have the same education structure. That's why we have the same colonial business laws. That's why when Ghana goes to the international market, we borrow at a very huge interest rate, because the people who lead us don't understand the structures that lead us, the structures that we find ourselves in. They don't even believe that there is any structure like that. So they think that, you know, if you're forceful, you will succeed. They think that others are very honest, that's why they are succeeding. And the Africans are very dishonest, that's why they are not succeeding. They think that others will work together, and they think that we don't work together. You know, it's one of those things. So share the channel, So when they don't understand it, they think, you know, many of our educated people don't understand it. Many of our educated people don't understand it. So, and they are the same people finding themselves in all kind of complications. You know, so it's important you understand that. So working together is an extension of what we are discussing. It's an extension. Working or learning to work together as Africans is key. Building wealth together. We are not patient with ourselves because we think that other people are together. You know, we think that the Chinese are together. We think that the Europeans are together. We think that the Arabs are together. The Indians are together. We think that we are not together. You think that the Europeans are together. You think that the white people are together. So we need to learn so that we can be patient with ourselves and focus on the things that matter. And focus on the things that matter. When it comes to wealth creation, in spite of the disagreements that we may have, we must find a way to work together. Because that is where the world fights. It's a fight of wealth. And so when you are disintegrated, when it comes to wealth, then you are really, really disintegrated. If you can disagree on sports and entertainment and everything, but when it comes to creating common prosperity for your people, that is the place that you must come together. And that is what the others have learned to do when it comes to creating wealth together for themselves, so that they can overcome others. They find a way to agree. They find a way to work together. But yeah, we have to learn. We have to learn. So today, my name is OBENG DARKO. Today, thank you for joining us. My name is OBENG DARKO. If you have not had any of our books, Unlimited Opportunities as an Entrepreneur's booklet, that's creative, tough, and independent minds. They told you that some people were born to build business and others were not born to build business. I don't believe so. Every one of us can create wealth. If you look at the structures of the world, you cannot build any significant wealth with your salary alone. It's almost impossible. You must have a way that you have something that creates money for you without you becoming a thief, without you stealing. And that is you learning how to build business. So you can be an employee, no problem, but a different source of income. If you don't understand money, if you don't understand how a business is built, and in Ghana, in Africa, our way out is people going back to what our grandmothers and grandfathers did. The economic structure has not changed like that. They are just lying. It's not the technology. It is still the farming. It's still the trading. It is still those things that if you master them and use your organizational skills on them, you'll be able to build wealth. You'll be able to build wealth. So unlimited opportunities, we still have them. There is nowhere greater opportunities exist more than Africa. All these countries that you see, which are making a lot of noise, all of them, without the African input, they would not be where they are. Without the African input, they will not be where they are. And yet they have been able to convince everybody that Africa is poor. And we have accepted that we are poor. We are struggling. We are backward. Somebody even said that we live on $1 a day. The one who is giving credit is telling you who doesn't have any credit that you are poor and he is rich. The game is screwed. It's screwed. It's skewed against us. And with proper understanding, you'll be able to explain things to yourself. Even if not everybody gets it, you will be able to explain things to yourself. And the moment you're able to explain things to yourself, you are out of the control. The moment you understand it, you are on the path to freedom. And if you get freedom and I get freedom, and many of us get freedom, then our people will be free. But if you're waiting for government structures to make us prosperous, they have hijacked the government structures. They have hijacked it. So you as an African, you as an individual, you must study for your own liberation, for your own independence, and for your own financial future. This is a perspective how to develop the mindset to build your business. If you have wrong mindset, your life is gone. But if you have the right mindset, you'll be able to create whatever that you want to create. Resilience, you can't give up quickly like that. You have to fight. We are saying so they are the kid now both then you'll be poor. Then you'll be poor. So resilience is key. If you fall, get back up and continue to fight. And that one you must learn. No matter the level that you are still in continuous fight. So it is important that you learn that. This one, streamline, how to teach yourself money. They will not teach you money. That is why you think that your salary will make you rich. That is why you think that if you get out of Ghana to Nicaragua, you'll be rich. That's why you think that if you pass through the desert to Libya, you'll be rich. That's why you think that if you get to America, you'll be prosperous. You've been there for 30 years now. You still don't have money because there's content that you must have. And once you have that content, you can create any future that you are, wherever that you are. So my name is Oben Darko. Share the channel with your friends, please, especially the young men and women, those who are under 50 years. Those group, we are the ones to change the future of our continent, of our country, of our continent. And we can do that. If they equip us with knowledge, we can do that. And we are doing our bit. You have to do your bit, and all of us together, we are building, And until they shut the internet down, until they shut the social media down, we have to use it. And even if they shut it down, we must have a way to share knowledge, to share knowledge. And it is our duty to make sure that our people are enlightened. It is our duty. It's our core duty. It's our core duty. My persuasion or my obsession is that we will raise Africans who are very confident, who are bold, who are proud of their heritage, who are optimistic of their future, who are critical in thinking, systemic in approach, who are wealth inclined, who want to own empires. Those are the Africans that we are looking at. We are not looking at the Africans who are saying that we have given up on Africa, we want to job somewhere, we want to go. Those are not the Africans that we want. We want the Africans who will be here and fight to make sure that we develop our continent. We want the Africans that we can work together. Those are the Africans. The African who is looking for a better salary is not the one. The African who is looking to go to England that's not the African that we are looking at. We are looking for the Africans who said, I want to do cocoa farming. I want to start a business. We want to challenge the Indians. We want to build multiple, provision shops to challenge the Indians or to challenge the Lebanese. You want to go into technology. You want to build factories. You want to build hotels. You want to build properties. You want to start all these commercial farms. Those are the Africans that we are looking for. And those Africans cannot think like any ordinary African. We are not looking for ordinary Africans who are looking for a certificate and law certificate, an international job, an international position. Those are not the ones that we are looking for. We are not looking for Africans who are speaking English. Yeah, Africans will make my year, they are confident to say that if it's like what was his name? Is it the other guy who had his heart those are the ones that we are looking for. They are ready to sacrifice their life for the betterment of the next generation. Those are the Africans that we are looking for. We are not looking for the Africans who are looking for comfort, their cars, their house, their marriage, their children. Those are not the Africans that we are looking for. Those are the Africans who are always arguing. Those are the Africans who are afraid. Those are the Africans who always think of themselves. We are looking for the Africans who are looking for our common good, our common prosperity, our common wealth, our common future. Those are the Africans who are patient, forbearing, so that we can get together and push forward. They are the Africans, when they see all the big structures being built, they want to make sure that it's their own people who are building them. You cannot live in a country where the prosperity should be in the hands of foreigners. No. We need to raise a generation where the rich ones are the ones that we are promoting. Those who are doing well among us, we will not destroy them. We will push them together. It's knowledge. We were programmed to look down upon ourselves. We were programmed to not to trust ourselves. We were programmed to doubt our people. So when you see the Indian doing well, you think that is genuine. But when you see your own people doing well, you think that your own people are stealing. But the foreigner is not stealing. Those are not the Africans that we want. We want to raise a new Africans that will get into political position, civil servant position, in academia, in business, who want to work together to say that, no, we are tired of these controls and we want to be in charge of our own destiny. Those are the Africans that we are looking for. So if you're not like that, then you don't have to talk here. You don't have to even spend your data here. Go and look for a job. Go and look for something for yourself. Go and pray that God will take you to heaven. And leave those of us who believe that we are blessed to keep fighting. So those, welcome. Share the channel. Share the channel. You want to pick a fight today. So learn to work together. We have to learn how to work together as a people, especially when it comes to creating wealth. We must learn it. We must learn it. And we cannot do that until we believe that we have to be one. We have to protect our interest. We have to learn it. So your business, and that's what be this one. Tell yourself, I have to be honest with this person. I have to make sure that I keep this relationship. Tell yourself, you learn it. Everyone can learn something. So long as you accept that I don't know, and I'm open to learn this. So you have to look at what others are building on the continent. Those should strike you. Go to the mining sector. Who are the people who own these mining companies? Go to the construction sector in our country. Who are the people who are owning all this? I'm talking of ownership. I'm not talking of somebody who is an accountant or a project manager or engineer. No, I'm talking of ownership. When you see the malls that we have in our country, who owns them? The oil companies, who owns them? The companies that are doing $100 million a year, who are the owners? Those should bother you. Those should bother you. So think up. Who are the owners of wealth and of power in our country? I'm not talking of political power. That one is no power. Forget it. No power. I'm talking of the ones with the money. The one who controls the one with political power is the one with money. And not the one who really. You can take him out. You will not sponsor his election. You will lose. You will take him to court and pay good lawyers to take him out. The real power is with the people who have money. And those who really have money are the ones who own the corporations, the businesses. So when you come to a country, you're a young man. We are not talking of you hungry. We are not, this one is hunger. We are not talking of your stomach and your job. No, we are talking of bigger issues today. When you go through town, does it strike you? Do you ask yourself questions? In your district capital, in the place that they have all these mining companies, does it strike you that who is the owner of this business? Is it from our community? Is it a Ghanaian or is it a foreigner? Does it strike you? When they talk of property development, people building all these companies, does it strike you? Have you taken it upon yourself to dig and say, who owns this? If it's a Ghanaian who owns this, praise the Lord. That is what we want. That is what we are looking for. But if a lot of these companies are owned by foreigners, we have a problem. Then it means that we are becoming slaves on our own land. And that is not what we are looking for. So we have to raise the consciousness of the youth, not only to look for your food. It's not food. Look for the prosperity of your own people. And if those who are prospering are not your people, then you must show concern. You must show interest. Stop fighting for MPP and DC. That is not where the real power is. That is something where you are looking for something to eat. The real power is with the people who are controlling the economy. Those who have money. Those who are controlling the millions in our economy. Those are the people that we are looking at. And we think that in the next 30, 40 years, many of those people should be our people. If you go to India, the wealthy there are not Ghanaians. If you go to China, those who control the economy are not Nigerians. If you go to America, those who control the economy are not from South Africa. When you come to Ghana, some people want to tell us that it's their land. And it's because of the lies, the things that they taught us through books. So they taught us to only look for a job. So when you complete school and you don't have a job, you think that is your end. Meanwhile, you could start a business and end up becoming great and controlling a great portion of the economy. But they told you that if you don't have a job, then, so they taught you to be diminished. They taught you to look at yourself from a place where you are only looking for what to eat. And so your hunger stops you from becoming great. And so you have gold in your area and you're not paying attention. You have big land, you're not paying attention because it's so painful. You're looking for food. You're looking for a job. So when you see a youth in Ghana, his anger is he doesn't have a job. His anger is not he doesn't have wealth. His anger is nobody is employing him. You don't need to have a job to have wealth. Open your mind. You don't have to go to school to get a job. No, you want to create wealth. And if you don't start practicing, then you cannot play at a higher level. And so when they shut your brain down, when you pass through the town and you see all these things owned by foreigners, you will say that is not your problem. I'm just looking for food to eat. Because they condition you not to look for the wealth, but to be attracted to the average and poverty and hope that when you die, you go to heaven. It's a program. It's a program. So I'm talking about how we can create wealth together. We need to learn that. We need to learn that. Look at the industries that are creating jobs. There are people or they are not our people. People are looking for visa. That's why when you go to the Canadian embassy, they are looking for visa. Going to American embassy, they are looking for visa. Saudi Arabia, they're looking for visa. What are they going to do? They look for a job. We have to learn to work together. That's one of our major troubles. So when you start something and somebody gives you money, let's say you have 100,000 work or business. Maybe if somebody gives you 200,000 and it becomes 300,000, you can go faster and employ more people. But you've been trained to look only for your own interests. And you'll be trained to not even be honest with the person who gave you the 200,000. So you can corner them, you can trick them. They bring you the money, and the next day you shut down your phone. There is a business, you introduce your friends to that business. The first day they go with you. The second day they want to bypass you, go behind you and go and see the person themselves, because they think that is business. That is not business. It's somebody who is just looking for his interest. But our situation, it calls for us working more together than looking for individual interests. And we have to learn that. So if somebody leads you to a particular business, anytime you want to go there, you want to call the person. I'm going here. You introduce me. Do I have your permission to go? We learn to work together, because that is how we are going to create wealth. You see, all the foreigners that are building here, many of them, they are being sponsored by their governments or big corporations. They give them money, millions. I know some of them. They say that take $10 million, go to Ghana and go and start a business. You don't have to pay it back. You don't have that. Even one city, this government won't give you. And so our leverage is coming together to build. That is our leverage. And yet we are the ones who are also very much mistrustful of ourselves, where we don't even want. We are very much inward looking and selfish in our approach. If you look at the songs that we sing, if you see that we are very happy singing any song, it is about my blessing, my car, my business, my house. It's not our blessing. It is my blessing, my God. Our orientation is always like small. It's for me alone. Even our prayers is only for me alone. Look at the prayers that you pray today. It's only God has blessed me for a good marriage, my children, my business, my big position, my car, my visa. Our orientation is very little and inward and just about us. No, that's not the thinking that we can use to create wealth. Because the others are coming with power. They're coming with collated wealth. They're coming with, they have put money together and they're fighting. And we want to go individually, single, cable shop, because we've been conditioned not to trust ourselves. We have to overcome that and learn to work together. If you want to create wealth, and as a matter of fact, for the survival of our continent, we must learn how to work together. And in working together, we are going to make mistakes. We are going to make errors. We have to be super patient with ourselves, and to be forgiving constantly, because we are reorientating. We are really repairing our consciousness, our mind, to think fully as a people who can work together. It means that we are going to make a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes. And that's why we have to really be patient with ourselves and stop comparing ourselves and putting ourselves down as if others are better and we are not. If you come together to build any business with your friend, be super patient, because together you can go faster than you going alone. If you're two, you can go faster. If you're open-minded. The trouble is that the content for us to build together is where the trouble is. Our forebears had it. Our grandfathers had it. Our grandmothers had it. Those of us they sent to school and they sent to church and makaranta, we lost it. Because we were conditioned to be individualistic. That's why you're not looking for us, all of us, to go to heaven together. You're looking for you to go to heaven together. No, you're not looking for us to go to heaven together. You're looking to go to heaven alone. That's why when you were writing the exam, you wanted to be number one in the class. So the textbook, you went and hid it in the library. Even when others want to copy it, you are angry because you want to be the one that they applaud. That is the structure that you were told. That's why some people fail the exam, some people pass the exam. Instead of us to come together and be communal and fight, we're disintegrated in our orientation. And that is why many of us struggle to do well. Because the systems that must support people who are very individualistic, we don't have them in place. Which means we must work together. We must work together. We have to work on our mind to work together, to show interest in the prosperity of our friend, of our brother, of our sister, of our kind. That is what we have to do. So when you work in any company, it's a Ghanaian company, work there to make sure that the boss is becoming prosperous, and you should not be angry or you should not be bitter about it. You should actually be happy that a Ghanaian company is doing well. If you're stealing and conniving and changing figures, it's because you've been thinking that it's wrong for a Ghanaian to become prosperous. Even if you think that they are not perfect, and who is perfect, even if you think that they have offended you, just because that we have to deal so much with a lot of backlog, we must promote those that we have. We may not necessarily have to agree with them, but we must push our people. A lot of our people must become giants, strong in almost every field. That is how we are going to fight. Other than that, the next 20, 30 years, all the big buildings that you see in Accra will be owned by people not Ghanaians. Accra in particular. The other regions are fighting. The other regions, when you go there, you can see a lot of Ghanaians competing at a very high level. Accra seems to be, where the foreigners want to take over. And we must fight back. We must fight back. And if you work with a state institution and you are here, you have to be patient with your people and help them to grow. Don't crush your own people, because then you are creating poverty. You're creating mistrust. And it's a colonial structure that makes sure that we go through such things. So we have to learn to work together. Even though you'll be disappointed, but you still have to look at the bigger picture. Don't give up on your people. Sometimes somebody will call you from maybe a certain place. And just because my number is there, all kind of people can call you, which is okay. I love it. But sometimes they talk as if you have nothing to do and you're waiting for their call. Some of them will even put it on Facebook. I tried to call you and you didn't pick. As if they pay you for the consultancy. That is what I'm talking about. You have to bear with our people. You have to understand our level. You have to be patient with us. Sometimes there's some boy will just call you around 11 p.m., 12. And they can talk like 1 hour. As if you have nothing to do. But people need that. And we must learn to do that. And so when you are, let's say you have an expertise in something, don't just hide yourself and hide your number, because our people need information. You have to bear with us. You have to bear with us. We have to create wealth together. If you are the only one prospering, as a matter of fact, you are poor. If you are the only one prospering, you are poor. All of us must do well. And who said that all of us cannot do well? Who said that? Who said that you cannot be prosperous and I cannot be prosperous at the same time? The fact that you are winning does not mean that I'm failing. That's something that we must understand. The fact that your business is doing well does not mean that my business must fail. That is the colonizer's psyche, the enslaver's mindset. They only want to be the ones who must do well. The African psyche is communal. Let's do well. The Susu kind of approach, that is what we must use. If we take the other part and be individualistic, we will die on our way. We will die on our way. So we say that you have to think beyond your self-interest and think beyond your pain, even if you are disrespected, so that all of us can cross this phase. Because this phase is not a good phase. This phase where people must think as humans and look for the interest of all of us, the well-being of all of us. So we have to learn to trust ourselves, especially when it comes to money. And Ghana every time the out is obi kabibisa. And Ghana they make especially Momo Abrochino. Ghana they make business now no mudi misika debi. We have to cross that, because our only survivor is for us to work together. We have to learn how to work together. If you're going like the way we are going, the foreigners will pass through, and that's what they are doing now. And so the Ghanaian is with very little, these other ones, but they come with 100 people with one person leading it. So that's why you see them building all these giant businesses. It's not because it's one person's money. That's a lie. Even if you go to the stock market, it's not the same. It's not people's money that they have put together, and they are investing in businesses, and they have structures to make sure that everybody is paid their dues. Even if they are lying, they won't hear it. But we want to go alone. We want to go alone because somebody disappointed us. Somebody ran away with our money. Somebody, lied about us. Somebody was not happy. It's a psyche. All of them, they have problem. That's why they have court all the time. If they were together and they agreed, they will not have all these kind of litigations. Look at the number of lawyers that they have in all these countries. It means that there is a problem. And yet, when we disappoint ourselves, we say that we won't do it again. We must learn how to cross this phase and work together. If your classmate comes home, maybe he's living abroad, he comes home and you are at a certain position, make time and meet them. Give them the right information that they need so that they can start well. Don't say that, yeah, they are tenasa. Oh, kwabro about this guy, but was happy, jump on because if he does well, he will employ people. He create wealth. He will take a space for us. So get open-minded, especially classmates. Sometimes when the people who, when you are looking for your classmate because he says that he's big, he's big way. If we don't do this, nobody is going to do this for us. If we don't learn how to work together, nobody is going to do it for us. We need to stop this, competition, and learn how to help ourselves. We need to. So my name is MR.OBENG DARKO. Today I'm talking about how we must learn to create wealth together. Nobody's going to do it for us. We must learn how to collaborate, especially not when it comes to football entertainment. That's where we are very good. Shatawale is singing, then we are very good. We are happy. Somebody else is singing, yes, we are happy. But when it comes to us creating wealth, then now we are very wise. Just hold on a minute for me. I need to pick this call. We need to create wealth together. I'm not so much happy when it comes to funeral, we want to come together. When it comes to party, we want to come together. Naming ceremony, we want to come together. Going to church, we want to come together. But when it comes to let's build wealth, let's bring our money and create wealth together. Now everybody is wise. Now everybody is trying to tell you that somebody will chop the money. But that's the only place that we need to come together actually. If you really want to be a strong nation, if you really want to be a strong continent, because that is where that's why they have classified. This is a poor nation, this is a developing nation, this is a very when they say superpower, the country is superpower, it's because of money, weapons that they have. You can't create weapons, you can't create all these institutions when you don't have money. The reason a lot of your youth are hopeless is because they believe that they cannot make anything here with their lives. And we are the ones to change this. We are the ones to change this. So my name is MR.OBENG DARKO. Today I'm talking about let's create wealth together. So come together, form groups. Don't just form groups and discuss entertainment and all these things that are, Ghana, every week there is something. Very unnecessary things. Every week there's something that people will just feed on trash. It's always about it. If it's not about my bet, it's about somebody beefing somebody, or somebody has gone to do this, and the musician is about this. Those things, they are sedating us. When others are focusing on industry, on innovation, on entrepreneurship, on building wealth, we are here sedating ourselves into death. So we just want to follow. We just need a good job. In 2 months, a young boy, very nice guy, he just has a job, a car. When he closes from work, he goes somewhere to sit and drink. Do these guys understand the battle that we are in? Because they are thinking of only their interests. Once he has a job, he has salary, he's okay with it. He really does not care whether the foreigners are taking over any industry. Because that's, for him, he can watch Black Stars. And that's all. Because his orientation is wrong. He just looks for his own interest. After work, call your friends. What can we build? What farm can we start? Can we start some animal rearing? Can we start some IT company? Can we start a financing company? Can we get a project? Can we get into the oil and gas industry? Can we come and produce something? What product are we working on? What project are we working on? There should always be a project that you and your group you are working on, or a product that you're developing, or a business that you're developing. You're pulling your resources together to take a certain territory in economy. Is it an IT product that you're working on? You're building a hospital, you're building a university, you're building a manufacturing plant, especially when it comes to processing and manufacturing plants. No matter how small it is, we must. And even if you cannot produce and somebody else is producing, make sure that you are promoting those that people are producing. We should be the ones promoting. Take our books and give it to the schools. You have read the book, it's very good for you, but you want to hide it. You have never introduced it to anybody. That is the psyche that is made us where we are, You should just say that, okay, I want to buy 10 of them, 50 of them, 100 of them, and give it to my former school, my secondary school, my department, because this book has helped me. It has helped me to organize my finances. I want to give it to members of my church. That you have to spread it. Don't just say, oh, Ben will get money. This book is 30 cedis. How much do you think it takes to print it? Obin will get money, so I won't do it. No, it's not about Obin. It's about the information and the liberation that you are bringing. So order some for your primary school, from your village, for the group that you join, the church group that you join. Maybe sometimes you're going for funeral, wherever that you are. Tell people, this is the book that I've read that helped me. Share our videos, share our content, because the testimonies that we get from people every day is amazing. And you know it. It's amazing because we wanted to share. We didn't keep it to ourselves. There was no point keeping these things that we learn to ourselves. These are things that we practice all the time. And do you think that people have not offended us? Many times. People have not given up on us? Many times. People have not disappointed us? Many times. People have not laughed at us? Many times. People have not ridiculed us? So many times. But should that stop us? No, because the vision is bigger than us. The vision is bigger than us. And that is the position all of us must take. You can't become great by keeping. You become great by sharing. You become great by sharing. You don't become great by hoarding for only yourself. You hoard for all of us. You keep for all of us. That is what brings multiplication. Knowledge is said that once you share, the more knowledge you share, the more you gain. That is knowledge. The more you share, the more you gain. There's no way that I'm going to share what I know and it will reduce. No. The more I share, as a matter of fact, when I'm sharing, I'm learning more than you hearing. That is something magical about knowledge. The more you share, the more it grows in you. The more you get more in depth. And so when you have something that can liberate somebody, don't keep it to yourself. Don't keep it to yourself. Share. Let people know that this is it. Don't just share football and entertainment. When you have that business idea, help somebody. When somebody needs an insight in something that you do, help them. Go readily. Don't even wait for them to come to you. Go there and say that, listen, this is what I have. You can build this. Somebody who has completed school 3 years ago. He's looking for a job. He doesn't have a job. Help him. I can help you to set up this business. If they succeed, you have succeeded. If they fail, you have failed. Right? So you're in your classmate, you are the only one. Everything you keep it to yourself. So when they come, you want to be God. Don't be in some of those entertainers. They go to their village, they are the only ones who are big. They want to be God over everybody. No. You want your people to be liberated. And there is nothing that you can liberate people with more than them finding what to do with their lives, becoming better, improving their finances, thinking rightly, changing their own lives, taking care of your family. There's nothing greater than that. And if you can help people to do that, you have done very good work. And such work will not be done by government. It will be done by you. It will be done by me. Those of us who are so much interested in people doing well, we must learn and we must share. So come together and found a business with somebody if you can do it alone. If you have money and somebody trusts you, work together. Work together. Don't just be selfish. Don't always look for your interests. Some people call you and you see that this one is only thinking of himself. I'm not so much interested in people who are only thinking of themselves. No, I'm interested in people who want all of us to do well. That makes life very easy. And Africans, we have no option but to do well together. We have no option than to do well together. Today, we had to go somewhere, work, but I said that I have to do this program. So 8, I'm here. You know, I'm here. The same content, somebody's charging thousands. But if you charge, if you want to charge, it's not good. No, we want to share so that people can at least see that there's another content somewhere. You know, it cannot be just be joke. You go to TikTok, they are talking about sex, marriage, sex, marriage, sex. What are we going to change with sex and marriage? Marriage is even better. But for sex, young people around 20 years talking about sex for 4 hours and sex positions and all those. What are we going to change in a country like that? Talking about football and Sarkodia and Yvonne Nursing for another 5 hours. What are we changing with that? Nothing. Talking about the NDC MPP for another 7 hours. What are we going to change? Nothing. You know? So you wonder. The other day I posted something. I said that when you were growing up, which media content was teaching you about finance, personal development, innovative thinking, critical thinking, real estate development, wealth creation, things like that? As a matter of fact, I didn't grow up with any of those. That there was a media content, maybe on TV. It's always about some culture and something like that, Obra and Kwekwananse and things like that. But when it came to innovative thinking, creativity, how to organize your finances, I didn't see any. And I dare say that many of us didn't see any like that. You know, and when you are coming from a family, you are also not taught those things. The media is not teaching them, not on TV, not on radio. You go to your home, nobody is teaching you that. And you go to church, Jesus is coming. The people will not know anything about what to do with their lives. They will not build anything. They will not have the right content to even see themselves as full human beings. No wonder a lot of our young people now are going through all kinds of ways and means to get to America and get to Canada and get to Europe. Why? Because of the content. They don't have the content that has made them believe that they can achieve anything in our country. Open the TV and see if there is any content like that. Go to social media, go to TikTok, nothing. We are not promoting our product. We are not creating product. We are not promoting them. We are not teaching our people how to organize themselves. And so you sometimes I look at them and I become sad. I become so much sad because the people only reflect what they've been taught. The training that we have had, that is responsible for whatever that we are producing today. And so when they continue to push us, to make us believe that once they change one political party on some minister somewhere, is change everything we do, and they are lying. When you see the signboard and they say that I'm honest, when I come, everything will change, they are lying. They are coming there for themselves, not you. Many of them. If you take politics out, they don't have much, just their certificate. And certificate, you all have it. If you have certificate, it's not an achievement. What really changes a man's life is the work that he does, the results that he produces with the school that he says that he has gone to. You know, but many of our people will hide behind certificate, and many of us will hide behind God and teach people errors. And so you look back, you look at the people, they feel hopeless. They don't have any future. Whenever I pass through Abelin and look at a lot of our young people looking for visa to travel to Canada, they can stand in the sun for 5 hours, 7 hours, and become sad. Because I know that you can travel to see, travel to experience. But to believe that you don't have anything to do in our own country and there's no future, we have failed our people. And we must change that. The school that they went to, what did we teach them? What did we teach them in school? What did we? And so it should become your burden, it should become unburden. If you have discovered anything, start to teach people. Start to teach that young man. If you have a church, teach them. It's not just about Bible. Teach them how to organize their finances, how to organize themselves, how to fetch quality knowledge to organize themselves, how to become confident as Africans, how to become hopeful, not to look up to somebody else to say that this man will change my life for you and always begging for help. No. That the little that they have, they can do something with it. Let's create the world together. It is our duty. It is our duty. Do something wherever you are. Share something. If a small boy needs some capital to start something, help him. Call him, help him. Teach him. That is how we must do it. Because if you are waiting, if you watch, for instance, the Chinese, they are teaching their people. Nobody is teaching us. We are orphans. That's a fact. I've never seen any government project that is teaching the people to change the culture, to be productive, to change the work ethics of our people, to change the psyche of our people. As a matter of fact, if I'm looking for somebody to vote for, I'm looking for somebody who will change the way our people see themselves and how we think of ourselves. You know, how the work ethics that we are developing. That's the person that I will vote for. I'm not looking for somebody who's just going to let us, another IMF. No, and that is what we all must, because we must come to a point where our people start to believe in themselves. If you meet the average Chinese, he believes that his country is good. You meet average Ghanaian, you engage him 10 minutes. 9 minutes is negativity, because he has no sense of image, good image of himself. He has no sense that I am able. He's waiting for government to change his position for him. He's waiting for visa. He's waiting for God. And so when God comes in, everything will be all right. He's been taught wrongly. We've been taught wrongly. And that's why our people don't see ourselves. If you debate it, go talk to any young people. Go to any university in Ghana now. Go to secondary schools in Ghana now. Now they don't even want to go to university in Ghana. They just at the third year, they're looking for visa to travel. Even the parents themselves, some of them are even in the university, are telling them to stop and go and travel. That's how we see ourselves, because we don't have quality information. Because he thinks that once the child moves from here and goes to those countries, and if you want to become a millionaire, it's not in traveling. It's never true. If you want to own wealth, it is you providing, knowing how to create the wealth wherever you are. It's not in traveling. It's never true. Then everybody who has traveled should be millionaire. It's not true. If those who have it, it's because they have different information. That's why they have created it. And those who have made it here, it's because they have different kind of information. That's why they have made it here. So let's create the world together. Let's come together and build something. You can come together with a friend. You can come together with 5 people. You can come together with your family. What can we start? Is it cocoa farm? Is it cashew farm? Can we raise chicken? Can we start a provision shop? Can we start an MTN mobile money joint? And make sure that when we come together, you are straightforward, you're honest, you're considerate, you're open. Don't hide it. Don't try to trick. It won't do you any good. The moment somebody brings money for you to work together and you start to be greedy and dishonest, it will break. It will not go forward. If somebody trusts you so much to give you money and you start to become intelligent, or somebody gives you opportunity and you start to trick him, you will fail. That's what I've seen about life. If somebody is so much honest with you and gives you money, and that person is looking for a report, and now you're cooking the report, that is the time that whatever you're building with that money starts to die. Market anywhere. You start to have complexities. You start to have challenges, because it means that your heart is not clean. Always be truthful to somebody who gave you money to do your business, who came together to say, let's do this together. It's better you share. Take your part, let the person take his part. That is how we are going to do well. If you start to become dishonest and say that I want it only for myself, you will break. And many times you will find it very difficult to get back. And that's why a lot of dishonest business people, they have to continue to be dishonest. The day that they stop to be dishonest in getting revenue, the business will crash. So there are 2 ways that you grow your business. You can use all kinds of ways and means. Everybody will say that your business is doing well. But one time something will hit and everything will go down. And it will be so much difficult to get back up. And you can also be very straightforward with yourself. When you are hit, because you are truthful to yourself, you have the right skill set, you'll get back up. And the burden, wherever you go, you are not ashamed, you're not afraid, you're not hiding, because your word is your bond. You're truthful to yourself. So it's key. We must learn to work together, and we cannot work together if you're dishonest. So the moment you and your friend and your other people come together, make sure that you're truthful. And it's something that all of us can learn. You tell yourself, I'm truthful today. I'm going to be truthful here. If it's 1 city, it's 1 city. 2 cities, 2 cities. This is what we have to share. I remember there was a time that this guy brought a project about 12 years ago. And he created confusion between me and the other guy. And he came for money. We did the project. And the man was dishonest. When the money came, he was fighting us. He said that this is your money. Your profit, I lost everything. And there are a lot of people like that in our country. When it comes to money, they try to play game. And I see that is the quality of knowledge that they have. They don't have much. You know, they don't have much. If somebody works for you, pay them. If there is any change, call them. If you give your check, make sure that it clears. If you can't clear, don't give the check. It's as simple as that. I don't have money today, but when I get money, I'll call you. And when you get the money, don't go and buy another one. We need to learn this because we don't have any support. If you go to the bank, it's 40%. You can't take that money and do well. Forget it. You will crash. Your business was doing well until you went for that loan. And everything started to work, go against you, go the other way. Why? Because the interest is not something anybody can do anything with. So we don't have that. And government does not have a lot of things to support you. Even the little that you have, the AMA and all these people will come and try to even stop you. That is the kind of environment that we revolve in. And so your only safety is your honesty and people building a network of people who trust you so that you can go forward. So if people around you don't trust you and nobody trusts you, you will struggle in life. And so make sure this is your best leverage everywhere that you go. If they send you to go and buy cement, 10 cement, don't change the figure. Go and buy doors, don't change the figure. Go and keep this money. Make sure that when they come, the money is there. Don't say that, oh, my mother was sick, so I use the money. Once you do that, you break the heart of the person. There's no way that person is going to give you another money again. And you say that nobody will help you, nobody helps you. It's because you are dishonest. That's why nobody helps you. Because they tried to help you the first time. They tested you and you failed. If you chop their 1,000, why should they give you 10,000? You didn't know that money was not yours, so you didn't have to. Even if you chop it, go and find it. Don't tell the person that I have to use your money. Go and find money and pay the person. Build that trust, because that's how you go forward in life. Build the trust. Make sure that people trust your word. You say that, okay, if I give this money to Yao, I will come back and that money is intact. If you don't have that credibility, you struggle. You struggle all your life. Even the people that you're stealing with, they know that they can't trust you. So when you have something serious that you need help, they won't mind you, because they know that when the money comes, you will screw them. And many people are like that. And I say that is because they don't know the ramifications of those, those choices that they make. If a friend trusts you and gives you money, even if you have lost the money, go and look for him and say that I want to pay you. I don't have the money today, but you acknowledging that you even want to pay him brings healing to him. And make effort. Start to pay something. You own 100,000. You can pay 20, even if it's 10 cedis that you have. Let him know that you are willing. That is how you do forward. You go forward. I've never seen anybody who screws people all the time, whose finances are okay. I don't see that. I never see that. They screw you today, 2 years to come, they will still be asking for the same little money. Because growth does not come out of this organization. Growth will come out of organization. You organize, then growth will come. If anybody is trying to tell you Ghana is going to grow out of this organization, is a lie. You organize the minds of the people, you organize the environment, then development will come. So you organize, you become truthful, become honest, then growth will come. But you are trying to trick people. You can't create wealth together. You can't create wealth together. They will smile with you, but in their heart, you have created pain. So when there is a new business, they won't remind you. They will not remember you. Me, people who have screwed me in money, when there's a big business, I think twice. Is this guy going to screw up again? Or is going to hold his word? People should not think twice to bring good business to you because of your character. People should not think twice, especially your friends who know you. They should not think twice that, this business is about 10 million. Let me call Kwabna and see if you can do it together. If they think twice, you're not going to do well in life. And they will only think twice because you've been dishonest. You're straightforward. You're not straightforward. You're always talking, but you don't deliver. You're giving promises. You don't keep your part. You take money, you don't pay back. It is 1, you make it 10. You're not screwing anybody. You're screwing yourself. So creating work together means that we need people who are straightforward, and straight on themselves. And believes in people who believe in equity and fairness, and they share. We need that. We need that. Or the others. It's not because the others are honest, but they have structures that are helping them. So even if they fail, they will still make some progress. We don't have any structure, if you don't understand it. We don't have any structure, organize any structure anywhere. And so the ones that we have left are your family, your friends, the people you know, the network that you build. If you screw that, you have no future. If you screw that, you have no future. You have a project, 10 million. Somebody has given you 2 million, you know, and then you want to buy Land Cruiser with it. You want to marry out of that. And almost all our men, they are pregnant. That's another thing that I don't get it. Yeah? You see them in Land Cruiser, then they say, do something about your stomach, you know. It's important because it borders on your health. Your stomach is big, you're still eating fufu. Why? You have complications. You know? It's not part of it. You know, so we need that. We need people to think at high precision level, intellectually capable. We have to create a whole content, a whole different content that will that will make sure that the people are up and thinking. The shallowness, the comedy, the sports, they're too much. And it looks like it's intentional. So everything that they throw through these media houses, they don't just bring any value to the people. The people who need, look at all the multinationals that are here. Look at all the shops that are here. Look at all these structures, all these companies. How many Ghanaians own them and running these companies? Especially ordinary Ghanaians without any political influence. So our way out is to be patient, think long-term, build great network, come together, make sure that you are not the wisest, you are not screwing people, share out of the purity of your heart. If somebody does well, be authentic enough to say that you're doing well. Promote people. Don't be the one that everything that they send to, you only see the negative in them. I have a friend like that. Anything that goes to him through his WhatsApp, he's looking for the negative. The other day I told him, but you never see any good thing. You're always looking at the negative. That's a bad spirit. Because if you want to see any negative in anything, you will see. You want to see any negative in anything, you will see. But what gives people energy to keep going is the positivity, is the encouragement, is the support. So the person is dealing with so much, and if they come out with something, the least you can do is to support them, not to bash them, not to criticize them. And when you criticize them, you don't even give a solution. You know, so my name is MR.OBENG DARKO. Let's create work together. Somebody helped you when you were in school. Never forget them. Maybe you didn't have parents. Somebody took pain and took care of you. Now you say that you have money and you don't call them. Your parents, you don't call them. Your sisters, you are struggling and you have money. No. Your sisters' daughters, your brothers, your friends, your classmate who was so kind to you, now locked up in the village, struggling. You can send him 1,000. You can send him 200. You can help him. Call him even if you don't have money. Connect with people. Lift people up. That's how we create words. Sometimes just your encouragement can make him do something. Sometimes you don't even have to travel there. Just a WhatsApp message. I remember one of my uncles, Obeng, when we were children, we were sleeping, we would pray. You know, one of his prayers is that Okopano Yakunwa me wofa. Just the other time, I just collected his number and sent him something. That's what you do. You do something. Forgive people, you know. Forgive. No family is perfect. Forgive people. Forgive people. Don't hold a lot of things against people. Look for them. Help them. That's how you build together. Don't be the only one doing well. It's dangerous. Always look back. Go to your village. Go to your friends. Look for them. The people you met at the workplace. Those who are struggling. Those who need your help. Do something. Help them. Open your mind. You see, there are some people when you help, they never look back. Those are insincere people. They are not sincere. very genuine people always look for people who help them along the way and support them. So tomorrow, send 10 cedi, 20 cedi, 100 Ghana, 10,000. Change somebody's life, especially people who helped you. Look back. You know, maybe you can invest in their business, open opportunities for them. That's why you build together. So